But
Yeah.
are there exceptions though? Because this reminds me when you were talking,
There's
like
always
I
a
think about Denise, Vanity.
Well, no,
Okay,
well, I think all of us are exceptions. Period. When you look back, and I just don't mean like sexually, I mean just in life in general. You should not be the same person that you were when you were in your teens, right? A lot of us made effed up decisions, whatever it was, because that's the growing and learning phase. You may not know better or think that you know, and then find out that you don't know in regards to whatever decisions you've made. And so I think that's where we are as a people, where I think we go wrong in general is that is we respond one of two ways. Either, we try to pigeonhole a person into the person that they was when we knew them back when, or then if we become that person that have made those changes, then we soon forget how much of a mess we were back when, and then we become judgmental for everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
them church folks.
And that you said it. You said it. And so I think that's where it is, where I think to a degree we've lost our humanity towards each other in terms of being empathetic. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to relate to people where they are, as opposed to, like, we see it every day, like with students, where they're trying to navigate life.
Oh, and then
Right.
you have to forgive them.
Exactly. And then you, like, that's the rule. Like, oh, they act up today, but you can't hold a grudge. You got to start each day as a new day to give them opportunity to get it together. But if we pigeonhole them and be like, man, they always gonna be, they ain't never gonna be nothing, they
Imagine.
they have no desire to change at that point. And I think a lot of times when we move like that, we're preventing the person, to make necessary, or creating an environment for them to make the necessary changes and maintain those changes.
I think that's very nice and that sounds very sweet, but the world isn't that kind. The
That's
simple
what I
fact of the
said.
matter is, you don't have many opportunities to make impressions. You don't have many opportunities to gain people's trust and to keep people's trust and to keep their respect. People aren't that forgiving. So it sounds nice if you're in an environment where people give you the space to grow and change. That's what therapy's for. That's what real relationships are for, friendships, family, all that other good stuff. But the real world does not owe you any of that. Nobody cares about anything that you're trying to go grow through, because guess what? While you're growing through it, you're causing damage to other people that's around you. So you have to be mindful of that, that it's nice to be able to have the opportunity and the space to grow and change, and it's smart for women to make adjustments for the results that they want.
I'm not
Great.
talking about just women though.
No, I didn't say you were talking about
Oh,
just women.
okay.
I'm just
Because
going back
men
to the
have
point
caused
that you
some of the
made.
damage as well that they complain about.
Yeah, fair.
No,
But that
Um,
still
like
so
doesn't take away from the simple fact of the matter is, in this world, people aren't that forgiving and people aren't that kind. You don't
if you
get many
and,
opportunities to really get to the things that you're really talking about.
and
if you
it's so funny that you say that because that goes both ways. We often hear women are judgmental, they don't give this guy a chance. It's the same thing. Women have
Yeah.
these standards that are too high. Men have everybody has got this thing going on. But if we're gonna say that, we have to say it on both ends. You can't sit here and say, oh, life ain't fair, men gonna judge you. Guess what? Vice versa. Life ain't fair. She don't want you. You may be an incel for the rest of your life. Get your shit together.
Well, that's
no,
why I also
as
said,
men, we naturally know that. Like, say you got violence in your background and the police pull you over, they come with their
Y'all
guns
gotta get
drawn
together,
before they get out
y'all.
the car. Like, we naturally know we're gonna be continuously judged for our background.
I agree.
We have no expectation that it's not gonna go that way. We know, like, in any interaction with the police, any interaction with a job, even credit pools, any of those things, we know that it's gonna be held against us. So I think maybe sometimes, because I've heard a lot of the men complain about one of the various definitions they be using for the word simp. They were saying that they feel like that the men who they call simps will give a woman a chance and show her grace, right? So the men that may complain about that feel as though, even though they get held accountable at all ends of the spectrum by child support, by jail, by men growing up, by physically being punished and fighting, they sometimes feel like that women don't have the same level of accountability.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
They do. So
I believe they do too.
It's okay, Jan. I know that triggered you. It's okay.
It did.
I know. I'm sorry.
Did.
It's all right.
So,
It wasn't Marcus. It was somebody else. It's okay.
Yeah, no, it wasn't my opinion.
So Marcus, 2 seconds. Can you break that down? Men get punished by what? One at a time. One at a time.
They get punished by jail. They get
jail.
Punished
Okay, so why do they get punished by jail?
But not paying child support.
Okay, so when it comes to child support, what does child support do? Do people get child support for joint custody? Or is it usually the person who has the child the most who's getting child support?
You got
to well, see, like,
let's talk about because this is a child support thing. Because I had an argument the other day with my on Facebook. Let me make it very clear. I do not think that a man who takes care of his kid at least twice a week should be on child support. Okay,
I like that,
but that's not a lot of men. Okay,
right, for sure.
If you are a every other weekend brother, and she's got so if there are 30 days in the month, and you've got your child about 5 of them days 6, and she's got the child 24 days.
I can't.
I don't think they should have child support. I think you should be responsible.
If you take your child out of her home and you are taking care of your kid, and I would say even if she has a kid 5 days and you at least taking the kid 2 days solid, I do not think you should be paying child support. I absolutely do not. But if you are that brother,
2 days?
30 days. Marcus, you are a dad. You know how hard it is to take care of kids. You got your kids running around. It's just not easy.
I think child support is satanic. I mean, you should be responsible who you have a child with, and if y'all can't get along, then that's just what y'all got to deal with.
Child support have to do with getting along? You can be perfect friends. What child support is simply to support the. So, for example, if the kid is with you 2 days out of the week, you're supporting that child 2 days out of the week. You have to take care of the kid. But if you don't see the kid, you're not contributing anything.
Yeah, but the child support system is based on a system of profit for judges, lawyers, and stuff like that. So I mean, it ain't really about the moral issue about it.
Let's take that small percentage out. Let's just talk about the people who do and who do not. Okay. Again, if you are a brother who is getting your kids all the time, take yourself out of this equation. We are not talking about you. We appreciate you too. We're not talking about you. We're talking about the ones who are really the ones messing it up for everybody. Let's just be honest. The ones who complain about the kids and they don't even see the kid. I know men who don't even know how to spell their kids' name. Like they want them long names. They're like,